Don't skip. Take a moment and reflect on the start of your day. How do you usually wake up? Is your mind clouded with worries, fears, or a long list of tasks waiting to be tackled? Does the weight of expectations and the constant demands of life often steal your peace before the day even begins? In the rush of getting through the day, we often forget what really matters. It's easy to get lost in the noise, to believe that life is just about checking off to-do lists or getting through the next task. But there's something far more important than mere survival: living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Stoic philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, shows us that this can be achieved with intentionality and reflection. Starting each day with a clear mindset doesn't happen by accident. It requires focus, discipline, and an openness to the wisdom that ancient philosophy offers. Stoicism presents us with a simple yet profound tool: 7 essential questions to ask yourself every morning. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are practical, life-changing habits that can transform an ordinary day into one full of meaning, no matter the circumstances. These questions are not meant to be skipped, ignored, or rushed through. They're lessons that I've learned, lessons that have helped me navigate life's challenges with a sense of inner peace and strength. If you're tired of starting your days in confusion, anxiety, or stress, then I encourage you to give this simple practice a chance. Let these questions guide you toward a more purposeful day, helping you regain focus, clarity, and a renewed belief in yourself. Let's explore each of these 7 questions and see how they can shift your perspective, offering you a way to start every day grounded in Stoic wisdom, not just to survive, but to thrive. Question 1. What am I most thankful for today? When the morning light filters through your window, it brings with it the gift of a new day, a chance to begin again, a chance to be present, a chance to live with intention. But how often do we wake up without truly appreciating the gift of life itself? How often do we rush into our day without taking a moment to reflect on the simple blessings we have? The first question to ask yourself in the morning is, what am I most thankful for today? Stoic philosophy teaches us that gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, but a deliberate choice, a mindset that transforms how we engage with the world. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." It is a reminder that each day is an opportunity to appreciate the world around us, even in its imperfections. Think about this. You are alive. You can think. You can feel. You can experience. These gifts alone are worth acknowledging. It's easy to overlook the ordinary blessings in life: sunlight, the air we breathe, the comfort of our homes, the people who care for us. Yet these simple things are what make our lives rich, even when times are tough. Take a moment each morning to ask yourself, what am I most thankful for today? This simple question helps reframe your mindset, directing your attention away from what you lack to what you already have. It's not about ignoring the challenges you face. It's about finding beauty in the everyday moments. Maybe it's the sound of a bird outside your window, the smell of coffee brewing, the warmth of a loved one's embrace. Whatever it is, give yourself a moment to acknowledge these small gifts. You don't need to make gratitude complicated. In fact, it's often the simplest things that have the greatest impact on our sense of well-being. Write them down, speak them aloud, but most importantly, let them sink in. This practice of gratitude helps anchor you to the present moment, calming the mind and fostering a sense of peace. As Epictetus reminds us, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Imagine the difference it makes when you start your day by acknowledging what you are grateful for. It shifts your focus, making life feel lighter. The things that once seemed burdensome may not feel so heavy anymore. Instead of starting your day with dread, you begin with a sense of abundance, recognizing that life, in all its messiness, still has so much to offer. Question 2. What is within my control today? Now that we've grounded ourselves in gratitude, the next step is to ask, what is within my control today? One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between what is in our control and what is not. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." It's a crucial insight that can radically change the way you approach each day. Too often, we waste energy worrying about things that we have no control over. We stress about the weather, other people's behavior, or external circumstances. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. The moment you focus on what's within your control, you take back your power. Ask yourself each morning, what is within my control today? This question serves as a reminder to focus your energy where it matters most, on yourself. It helps you distinguish between what you can change and what you cannot, freeing you from the paralysis of worry and frustration. Maybe you can't control how someone else acts, but you can control how you respond. Maybe you can't control the traffic, but you can control your reaction to being late. By consistently asking this question, you develop a stronger sense of agency, knowing that the things that truly matter are the ones you can influence. In this way, Stoicism teaches us that true power comes from accepting what is outside our control and focusing on what is in our hands. This allows us to live with more peace, less frustration, and greater resilience, no matter what challenges we face. Question 3. How can I be my best self today? As the day unfolds, it's easy to get caught up in the external demands of life, the to-do lists, the meetings, the errands. But Stoicism reminds us that life is not just about doing, but about being. Being the best version of yourself, no matter the circumstances. Ask yourself, how can I be my best self today? This question is an invitation to reflect on the virtues you want to embody. For the Stoics, virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance were the cornerstones of a meaningful life. Each day presents an opportunity to practice these virtues, whether you're facing a challenging situation or engaging in a simple task. Consider this. How can you show up with integrity today? How can you act with courage, even when you feel fear? How can you bring a sense of justice to the way you interact with others? This question is about bringing intention to your actions. It's about recognizing that every moment is an opportunity to express your values. Whether it's choosing to be patient in a moment of frustration, showing kindness to someone in need, or staying calm under pressure, each decision you make shapes who you are becoming. By asking yourself this question, you set a clear intention for the day, an intention to be your best self. And this doesn't mean perfection. It means being the version of yourself that you can be proud of, given the circumstances. Even when things go wrong, you can find satisfaction in knowing that you acted with integrity and did your best. Question 4. What obstacles might I face today, and how can I prepare for them? Life is unpredictable. Each day brings new challenges, both big and small. Yet rather than fearing these obstacles or wishing they didn't exist, Stoicism teaches us to expect them and to prepare ourselves for them. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." This is where the fourth question comes into play. What obstacles might I face today, and how can I prepare for them? This question is about acknowledging that difficulties are an inevitable part of life. Instead of hoping for a flawless day or stressing about the things that could go wrong, ask yourself what challenges you might encounter and how you can handle them with grace and resilience. For instance, maybe you anticipate a tough conversation with a colleague. How can you prepare mentally for that? Perhaps you know that your day will be busy and you'll be tempted to feel overwhelmed. How can you remain calm and focused, even when the demands pile up? The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, encourages us to visualize the obstacles we might face and prepare ourselves to meet them without fear or excessive anxiety. By mentally rehearsing the challenges of the day, you train yourself to respond to adversity with composure and confidence. It's important to remember that while we can't control the obstacles themselves, we do have the power to choose how we respond to them. By mentally preparing for difficulties, we're less likely to be caught off guard or overwhelmed when they arise. Instead of allowing obstacles to throw us off course, we embrace them as opportunities for growth, knowing that every challenge is a chance to strengthen our resilience and virtue. Question 5. What can I do today to help others? The Stoic belief in virtue extends beyond our own well-being. The Stoics emphasize that a meaningful life is one lived in service to others. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "What is not good for the swarm is not good for the bee." This is a reminder that our actions impact the greater whole, and by helping others, we contribute to the flourishing of the community and society. So each morning ask yourself, what can I do today to help others? This question is a call to act with kindness, compassion, and generosity. It's about finding ways, however small, to make a positive difference in the lives of others. It might mean offering a listening ear to a friend in need, lending a helping hand to a colleague, or simply showing patience and understanding in your interactions. The beauty of this question is that it doesn't require grand gestures. You don't need to make sweeping sacrifices or change the world in one day. Small acts of kindness, whether it's holding the door for someone, complimenting a colleague, or offering encouragement, are what make up a life of virtue. These seemingly minor actions can have a ripple effect, brightening someone else's day and inspiring them to do the same. By focusing on how we can help others, we remind ourselves that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Stoicism teaches us that our individual well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of others. When we contribute to the happiness and flourishing of those around us, we too enrich our own lives. Question 6. What is the most important thing I can accomplish today? Our days are often filled with endless tasks and distractions. It's easy to get bogged down by the sheer volume of things we think we need to do. But Stoicism teaches us the importance of focus. Rather than trying to do everything, we are encouraged to prioritize what truly matters. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can accomplish today? This question helps you cut through the noise and focus on your highest priorities. It forces you to ask yourself what will make the greatest impact on your day and your life in the long run. Maybe it's tackling a challenging project at work, dedicating time to personal growth, or spending quality time with a loved one. The key is to identify the one thing that will give you the most fulfillment, progress, or meaning, and make that your main focus for the day. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that every task is equally important, but Stoic wisdom teaches us that this is not the case. By focusing on the most important task, you can bring more purpose and intention to your day. It's about making sure that your actions align with your values, and that you are using your time in ways that contribute to your overall well-being and goals. This doesn't mean ignoring other tasks, but it does mean giving priority to what truly matters. By taking this focused approach, you not only become more productive, but also more mindful of how your time and energy are being used. It helps you live with a sense of direction rather than letting the day slip by in a haze of inconsequential actions. Question 7. How can I cultivate a sense of peace today, no matter what? The final question is perhaps the most important one of all. How can I cultivate a sense of peace today, no matter what? Life is full of unpredictability. Challenges will come. People will disappoint us. Things won't always go according to plan. But Stoicism teaches us that peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This question is a reminder that we always have control over how we respond to life's ups and downs. While we cannot control what happens, we can control our thoughts, attitudes, and emotions. By cultivating inner peace, we can maintain our composure even in the face of adversity. Think about what brings you peace. Maybe it's meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature. Maybe it's reflecting on your values or reading a passage from your favorite philosophical text. Whatever it is, take time each day to nurture that inner calm. This practice of cultivating peace is especially important during difficult moments. When faced with challenges or conflict, you can return to this question to remind yourself that peace is always available to you, regardless of what's happening around you. It's about finding serenity within yourself, no matter the circumstances. In conclusion, as you continue to ask yourself these 7 questions every morning, you'll find that your approach to life begins to shift. Stoicism isn't about avoiding difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about facing life's challenges with a clear mind, a grateful heart, and a commitment to virtue.